When a commercial jet crashes, the airline covers the damage, but the majority of the planes in the sky are not commercial. And what our investigative reporter learned about private aircraft is stunning. Here's Tanya Iser.
All right, guys, stand by, clear.
Awesome flight, everything was good. I could see the airport 2 miles away. The pilot came over and he was like, hang on. And then right like a second after he said that, we hit the ground. I thought I was actually gonna die right there.
A lot of the aircraft was destroyed.
It was like a bomb going off, and I could see the propeller of the plane. It felt like my skin was on fire.
Thomas Swan was in a helicopter that went down on a highway. Susan Crockett was in her own home when a private airplane crashed into her roof. Two different crashes, but one thing in common. Neither aircraft was insured. Under federal law, there is no requirement for owners of private aircraft to carry insurance. You heard right. You have to have insurance to drive a car, but not to fly a private plane. A 2015 Government Accountability Office report found 11 states do require insurance on private aircraft. It's just Texas isn't one of them. Here's why that's important. The vast majority of aircraft crashes involve privately owned helicopters and planes. In 2016, 1,300 private aircraft crashed, killing 408 people.
You see an airplane flying overhead, there is a statistically significant probability that there will be no insurance on that aircraft.
Aviation attorney Ladd Sanger represented helicopter crash victim Thomas Swan.
The rotors, when they were hitting the ground, they were like bending inward. You would think like, yeah, it's gonna like cut me up or something.
The injuries Swan suffered in the 2017 accident,
The inside bone and the outside joint snapped.
nearly ended his organic farm business.
I have 2 tours in Afghanistan, in the Marine Corps. Yeah, countless flights. Yeah, I would have never thought that it would happen here.
You can see the pilot in Swan's GoPro video. He disappeared after the crash.
I've had incidents where an airplane has hit somebody in their car, on the ground, driving to work, and killed them, and there was no insurance available because the owner of the aircraft was too cheap to buy it.
Aircraft insurance.
Lee Duncan owns an aircraft insurance company in Waxahachie.
If you can't afford insurance, you don't need to be flying a helicopter or an airplane, really. I mean, it's crazy not to have it.
So insurance on many private planes is often cheaper than it is to insure a car. Yet aircraft owners still opt out.
Some of them think they're going to die if they crash, and they're not going to worry about it. They feel cocky enough to think that they're not ever going to have a claim.
With private planes registered in the U.S., there's no way to know how many are insured. That's because no one tracks it. Canada, Mexico, and the European Union all mandate private aircraft be insured. Some U.S. owners choose to do the right thing.
I don't like putting other people at risk without their knowledge.
Mike Jaffe is one of them. Jaffe owns a tiny airstrip near Terrell.
Would you ever fly a plane without insurance?
No, I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't drive a car that wasn't insured. I wouldn't fly an airplane that wasn't insured.
To look at that and know that I got out of that without a scratch.
Susan Crockett was on the phone with her daughter on the morning the plane hit her home.
She was asking me, Mom, what's going on? What was that sound? And I said, a plane just crashed into the house. And then when I actually looked up and I saw the propellers, I was like, wow, it's a plane.
The pilot and his 2 passengers died in the crash.
When I found out he has no insurance, I'm like, I lost everything. You know, I still have my life, but I lost everything.
6 years later, she's troubled aircraft insurance is still not required.
People on the ground should not have to worry about every time you hear a plane overhead, well, you know, does this person have insurance?
We don't want to rely on the grace of God to protect your citizens.
Attorneys for both victims tried unsuccessfully to get laws changed.
I think it's just going to take a lawmaker or two that has the political will to not be concerned with the pushback.
Any type of vehicle that can cause harm to any person should be mandated to show proof of insurance.
In Dallas, I'm Tanya Iser.
Wow. Remember, this doesn't apply to commercial planes.
Yep, it's about the tens and thousands of private planes and helicopters in the sky at every hour, every day.